Hey Underdogs, welcome back to Underdogs Rise, the podcast where we rise together. Have you ever felt like life handed everyone else a map, except you? Like everyone else seemed to know where they were going, while you and I spent years becoming someone people would finally accept. Because today I'm speaking as an underdog. I'm speaking as someone who has lived it. Because I have spent most of my life feeling like the underdog. I generally felt that I was always starting 10 steps behind everyone else. And for decades of my life, I questioned myself. I questioned my worth, or even if my voice mattered. I became so great at reading the room before I even learned how to read my own heart. I learned to shrink, to keep the peace, to make sure that everyone else felt comfortable, even if that meant abandoning myself. And over that time, I became disconnected from who I really was. Some of that came from my childhood. Some of it came from being emotionally manipulated. And some of it came from believing that I had to earn love instead of simply being worthy of it. The hardest part wasn't what happened to me. It was believing that it was normal. Believing that my own needs didn't matter. Believing I was too emotional, too sensitive, or too much. And for a lot of that time, not feeling that I was enough, or even worthy of love. The underdog doesn't just fight external battles. Just like you, I fight voices in my own head. The ones that whisper, "Don't dream too big, you'll fail." Who do you think you are? Those voices became so familiar, I mistook it for truth on my own. But those voices that I have learned and I'm still learning are usually an echo. An echo of people who couldn't see your value. An echo of fear. An echo of old strategies. Not my future, and not yours. For decades of my life, I searched for things outside of myself. I was searching for permission to speak, to create, to believe in myself. And then one day I realized something. Nobody was coming. Nobody was coming to rescue me. No one was going to make me confident. No one was going to hand that to me. I had to build it. I had to choose to build it. One small promise to myself at a time. One uncomfortable conversation to myself at a time. One brave decision. And one act of self-respect. I always, for such a long time, I always wanted to do everything at once. I think that stems from my previous addictions. I wanted everything now. And that is a story that I told myself for many years of my own life. But I was fooling myself, because that is not how confidence is built. It's built brick by brick. Being an underdog has cost me so much in my life. It's cost me opportunities, so many relationships. It's cost me my peace and my time. But it has also come my greatest gift. Because the pain that I experience has taught me compassion. Failure has taught me resilience. And rejection has taught me authenticity. And losing myself is teaching me how precious it is to finally come home to who I really am. Because I haven't got it all figured out. I'm learning as I go. I'm still becoming. I'm still healing. And I'm still learning. There are still days where doubt rears its ugly head and knocks on my door. But it doesn't get to sit at the table. Because I know something now that I didn't know before. I always thought that I had to become someone new to heal. But it's about remembering who you were before fear convinced you otherwise. Yes, as an underdog, I was overlooked, underestimated. The one who spent years carrying invisible battles. Just like you. Your own story isn't evidence that you're broken, just like mine. Because that's what I thought I was. I thought I was broken. I thought I was damaged beyond repair. And I settled. I settled in that pain and discomfort because that was my emotional home. That's where I believed I should stay. But things have changed. Because we don't have to stay in that version that was created in survival. You can choose something different, and so can I. You can choose honesty over hiding. You can choose something different. Respect over people pleasing. Self-respect. And hope over fear. That is what Underdog's Rise means to me. It isn't about proving people wrong. It's about finally proving yourself right. That we were always enough. My voice matters. And my life has meaning. This is something that I don't tell myself often enough, that I'm proud of me. I'm proud of what I've gone through and I've come out the other side. Because I used to avoid life. All angles of it. Anything that became uncomfortable, I would distance myself from it. Because I didn't feel that I was strong enough. Yes, there are times when that still happens, but I recover so much quicker. And so could you. Because I'm proud of myself for getting back up. And so should you be. For refusing to let your past write your future. Because we need more people out there in the world to be more willing to tell the truth and to share their own story. More people who are willing to rise. Thank you for listening, and remember, underdogs rise, and we rise together.